Well, thank you for all taking time out of your day to learn about RCon and what it is all about as we are all first timers moving ahead. It is really exciting going forward here. What we want to put into chat is we do have a SWANA playlist on Spotify, and it is entitled What Gets You Pumped Up? And we want to add some more songs to it because we're going to be playing that throughout RCon. It already has songs on it from members of SWANA, and we want to add more to it. So please go ahead, submit your songs. You can put them in the chat, and we will add to it. If you search for, what do we search for, is SWANA on Spotify, and you will find it. The link is in there as well. But we really want to make this fun. This event has been planned by our members, by all of you. And what better way than when you're throughout RCon than to hear the music that you like and that you enjoy. So we wanted to kick off with that. And actually, one of the songs you walked into was one of our member songs that gets them pumped up in the morning. Maybe they were on the call today, and that was fun for them to hear when they joined us. So RCon is going to be November 12th through the 15th in Columbus, Ohio. And it is where waste and resource management professionals go to think. We really want individuals to come to RCon, take a day, a few days away from what you do on a day-to-day basis and to think. Think about how you can make your operations more efficient, the new trends that are out there, what you can bring back to your facility, your organization, your community, and there's a lot underway here with that. So what we're going to cover today is we already started with welcome and introductions. RCon is about community and bringing people together and engagement. You already started introducing yourself. If you haven't yet, please do, or maybe you partially did. Put your name in there, your title, your organization, turn on your cameras. We want this to be interactive. This isn't just me talking. We want the chat to be robust. We want to hear from you. You all are going to be going through RCon together, and you need to meet each other and know each other. Maybe build some connections here during this call that you can then meet and bring to life in person in Columbus. Get ready to interact with us, okay? This is not just, again, me talking. There is going to be some trivia coming up. And there are going to be prizes because we love surprises. And we thought, what a better way than to give some prizes to some local restaurants in Columbus so that you can enjoy a night out with your team, with your colleagues, with your friends on SWANA. So you might want to get ready for some of that. We're also going to talk about how you can build your own adventure at RCon. That's what we've really tried to do when we have pulled this experience together, is to offer a lot of choice, a lot of options for you all to do and plan your day and your few days there for what you want to do. And so we're excited to show you what that is all about. And so you can really maximize the value and ROI of RCon. So it is trivia time. We are going to use a program called Kahoot. Some of you may have used it before. Some of you might be new to this. It's really fun. We would like you to scan this QR code, or you can go on your browser, your phone, your iPad to Kahoot. So KOHOOT.IT. Scan the QR code, whatever your preference is, and there's a pin here. It is 3055370. And if you could do that at this time, and I'm going to flip over to Kahoot, and we've got all these people already in there, which is great. You can put a nickname in, put your real name in. We do need to know who you are if you're going to be one of those top 3 competitors. We are going to give prizes for the top 3 trivia awardees. And this is actually getting you ready for Talking Trash Trivia, which we are having on site at RCon on Friday, November 14th, hosted by James Swart here on staff. He's Director of Special Projects. So we're really excited about that. to hold something fun, something different. It's going to be trivia, I think, about our industry as well as Columbus. A little potpourri, right, James, is what you're planning there. Today is going to focus on your knowledge of Columbus. Now, I know those who are from Ohio or Columbus may have an edge up here. Because they do live there. But, you know, many of us sometimes don't know some things where we live because we just live there and we take that for granted. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to wait one more minute because I did just see Achilles' name pop up and I saw a couple other names pop up. We have 72 people on the call. We probably about have half of people coming in on Kahoot. Okay, a bunch more people came in. If some people could just give a thumbs up in Zoom that you are on Kahoots, that would really help me to identify how many more people, if you're good to go. I see Amy's got it, Raphael, Philip. Okay, I just saw Beth come in. Okay, is anyone still having a challenge? You could raise your hand. Okay, team, do you see anyone or is anyone in the chat?
Think you're good, Amy.
Okay, then I'm going to hit start and we're going to get going with the first trivia question. Now, just to let you know, because I don't want, I want to be fair here with Kahoots. It is also about not only getting the answer right, but how quickly you answer it gives you the edge up, okay? So think fast and let's get it right. So I'm going to hit start and let's get started with the first question. So here we go. I hope you can see the screen. RCon Columbus trivia. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Everybody get ready. What river runs through the heart of Columbus, Ohio? We got 4 choices here. And actually, James, you should have prepped me on how to say that first one. The Scioto River, the Cumberland River, the Ohio River, and the Potomac River. Let's get those answers in. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is the one that I had trouble saying. I probably didn't say it correctly. Is there someone from Ohio that can say it correctly for me? James?
That's the Scioto River.
Scioto River. Thank you so much. So we had 16 people get that correct. So let's go to next. And so let's see who's in the lead here. Diana McKenney is in the lead, followed by Kel, followed by Matt. All right, we're going to do one more question before we move on to learning more about RCon. Let's learn a little bit more about Columbus. Which NHL hockey team calls Columbus home? I know many of you are hockey fans. Is it the Columbus Blue Jackets, Columbus Penguins, Columbus Buckeyes, or Columbus Capitals? They are playing while we are there. I think Thursday night is one of the games I do know of. So if you're interested in that, the season is just kicking off. It is the Columbus Blue Jackets, and 31 individuals did get that correctly. Let's see who now is in that lead. It is Diana McKenney again, followed by Mac and Kel. Next up is Katie and Al close behind. James, do I need to hit anything or can I just go back to my other screen?
Just go back to your other screen and leave that running.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's continue on here. So RCon, as I said, where waste and resource management professionals go to think. The R in RCon does stand for resource. So the mission of SWANA is to advance waste as a resource. And when we created this event, we really thought about our mission and what we do, and that is what is behind and what's fueling this event. And so the R is for resource management, but certainly we've had a lot of fun with what else that R means. This year, we've come up with 3 R words for what it defines. So resource, relevant, and re-innovate are the 3 main words. In addition to that, we've also had some fun. If you've heard me out at chapter events, And many of you have heard like, what's your R word? And it could be like rock on, rock star. Someone told me retired is my R word. And I decided that's probably the best way to go to RCon because you don't have any really main responsibilities. Another R word to go back to your organization. It could be radiant, lots of things. What we've also done is created a campaign for those of you that have names that begin with R. And you can see some individuals here have had some fun. Elizabeth Rowe, our current president of SWANA, her last name beginning with R. And then you can see our corporate partners here from New Way, Don Ross and Rob, both have R words. They have created their own signs with their R word. We have gone ahead and created a template where you can put your own R word in there. So never fear. If you don't have an R in your name, like I do not, I'm Amy Burke, you can put in your own R word into this template. And the team's going to put this template into the chat for you. So you can put radiant in there. You can put, I'm excited because I like reuse. I like recycle. I use repair. Take a photo with it. Take a selfie with it. We've been traveling all over North America, taking pictures with our members and using them in our marketing. We would love to get more. You can post that as well as you can say, I'm attending RCon, and you can say, this is my R word, and this is why I'm excited to be attending the conference this year. So here's the template, and certainly we thank these individuals for playing along with us. This is a little bit like the Coke campaign. You know, you get to see your name on the Coke can, same here with RCon going forward. So just think about, what is your R word? What is your R word going to be to define your experience as you attend RCon? What do you want to get out of it? What are you looking for? You want to get re-energized? You want to reimagine? What does that look like? So this is an event starting from a blank slate, and that's really key. In my travels recently, I've heard, oh, I've attended that event before. And my response is, really? I haven't even been to this event yet. It's brand new, because it is brand new. RCon is a brand new event. And we pulled up a blank slate. The schedule is new. Everything we have thought about for this event has come from members with member input and information, holding several focus groups in terms of what they like to get out of events. And that was really a key focus for us. And it was any event that they go to, and really how we could bring value and ROI. As I said, it's focused on our mission, which is really key going forward. RCon, we have technical content. We're going to build community. We want you to get to know people, expand who you're networking with, who you can call when you have questions or maybe there's a crisis. We want you to have experiential learning. We want you to go out and see the facilities that are in the local area. And of course, be surprised and delighted. These special moments throughout the event that you didn't expect or experience. So these are the main things about RCon that we are carrying throughout. It's more than an event, it's an experience. You get to build your own adventure. Everyone's a first timer, which is really fun with that. The technical content, the audience is expanded, and you'll see why in a few minutes on that. And we're really trying to drive the industry forward with what we're doing. We couldn't do this alone as SWANA, and in large part is due to our many sponsors that we have this year, and that is on the slide. So I do want to take a moment to thank our sponsors for their contributions and their support. It is wide-ranging in their generosity, and especially through their thought leadership and their expertise to help us pull this event on. So we are very appreciative of them through this. We also want to thank SWANA's corporate partners. These are companies that are supporting SWANA year-round in a variety of capacities. That could be through safety, that could be through our technical divisions, that could be through data and research and information. And those three companies are Fire Rover, New Way Trucks, and Paradigm Software. So just want to also thank them for that higher level of participation to help us deliver more benefits and value to members all year round. So with that, we also have many co-located events at RCon. RCon is really a hub where we're bringing together the industry. So in addition to RCon happening, we also have a co-located event with the U.S. Plastic Pact. We also have National Waste and Recycling Safety Committee meetings happening at RCon, as well as the National Stewardship Action Council board meetings. Both their council and foundation board meetings are happening at RCon. And this is just a great sign and expansion of our audience that we are bringing the industry together. In terms of the U.S. Plastic Pact, their Activator Action Summit is happening on November 11th and 12th in Columbus, Ohio. This is an option for you if you want to add on and focus in on plastics, everything from the pellet to the packaging to the policy related to plastics. So we're excited to be having this, and they're also having a reception at the Rumpke MRF as well on Tuesday, November 11th. So let's talk about your roadmap to RCon, which is very exciting here. You can see here where the RCon is. That is the convention center. And then we have 4 hotels right within walking distance of the convention center. The AC Hotel, the one on the top left, that one is not connected, but it is a short distance and a short walk. And then the Hilton, the Hyatt, and the Sonesta are all connected right to the convention center. The Sonesta is still open and has rooms available. If you haven't booked a hotel yet, that is available through this Friday, October 24th. So we strongly encourage you to get in there. It's connected. It's all through ramps. You don't have to go outside. Everything like that is really great there. The one thing about that I learned about Columbus when I was visiting, James Proffitt, the president of the Ohio Buckeye chapter, and the chapter there is Columbus just has so much within 15 minutes from there. And that definitely includes the airport. And so when you're thinking about, I'm going to land in Columbus coming from the airport, and maybe some of you are driving as well, which is great. And there's parking lots and everything available for you. But if you're coming from the airport, we thought we'd include here the Uber rates. Now, you're on the call here. What are we trying to do? Build community. You may want to connect with individuals you haven't seen in a while. Hey, when are you landing in Columbus? Maybe you're landing around the same time. You can connect and share an Uber together, a taxi together, things along those lines. That's a great way to do that. SWANA can't facilitate that, but you all can. You're all here to network and build community. So we strongly encourage you to do that. So here is part of building your own adventure. We have nearly 100 education sessions, technical content. Some of that is in the theater on the exhibit hall with solutions from our exhibitors, but a lot of content. Some of the sessions will be offered twice. So if there's a hot one, look to see if it's offered twice, because sometimes I know, oh my goodness, there's too many to choose from. I don't know what to do. We are recording the sessions this year, and we'll be putting out some compendium, something after the fact. However, you do want to note which ones are being offered twice if you're having a hard time selecting them there. Over 200 exhibitors in the sold out exhibit hall. From my recollection, that's the most exhibitors SWANA has had in its history. So we're very excited about that. If you're looking for professional development hours, you will automatically get 15 hours by coming to RCon. You do not need to sign a paper. You do not need to sign in and out of sessions. There's no badge scanning, nothing along those lines. You automatically will get this added into your profile here at SWANA for 15 hours. If you've signed up for one of our trainings, we will add in those additional hours. And if you've also signed up for a tour, you will also get those additional hours automatically added. So no additional work on your side. We take care of that all for you. But it's important to know how many hours you're getting so that you can keep track of that towards your certifications and what you need to know. There's 6 experiential tours. I'll go into more detail about that later. And then over 1,000 waste and resource management professionals are expected. Here is a brief schedule. The team's going to put the detailed schedule into the chat. There's a lot more detail there. You wouldn't have been able to read it if I put it on here. I can barely read this as it is. but we tried to break it up into like what's happening in the morning, what's happening in the afternoon, what's happening in the evening to make this sort of easy so you can see what is happening here. So on Wednesday, November 12th, we have tours happening, the SWANA trainings in the morning. In the afternoon, we have even more tours. Remember, the tours are throughout the event, not just at one day, one time. So if you haven't signed up yet, look to see what's out there. In the afternoon, we are also having the Welcome to RCon, the Insiders Orientation. You're all here today, but we're also having an orientation on site. So we encourage you to attend to that too. There'll be more prizes, more giveaways, and free t-shirts like the one I have on and like Andrea Mowers has on our staff. I don't know if anyone else is wearing theirs today, but I know many of you did receive a t-shirt last year at a previous SWANA event, but some of you don't have an RCon t-shirt yet. So if you come to that Welcome to RCon Insiders Orientation, you will get your RCon t-shirt there. We're going to have an opening general session on Wednesday. Also, the exhibit hall is going to open, which is very fun. And there's going to be education happening that night. Pickleball is happening that night. We'll go into more detail about all of this. And then the volunteer appreciation bash as well. And I'm going to go into more details about all of these. You can certainly put questions in the chat, but don't worry, coming back to all of this. On Thursday, we have more tours, concurrent sessions start that day. We're going to have a general session about EPR, extended producer responsibility. The exhibit hall is open and we serve lunch in the exhibit hall. Important to note, if you're sending your team, your staff, we do serve lunch. That is included in the fee there. We have the Newry Theater is open with more sessions. We have tours. Roundtables start on Thursday. Roundtables are a chance for you to sit down, talk with colleagues, peers about different topics in the industry that you want to know more about. They're going to be running the entire time, some facilitated, some unfacilitated, just organically happening. The SWANA Awards celebration is happening that evening where we're celebrating 22 awardees. So we're very excited about that. Friday, a bit more of the same. The general session will focus on innovation in the industry. We will also have a fun run with Kristen Oldendorf, the Senior Director of Public Policy. And we'll also have Talk and Trash Trivia, as I mentioned, with James. And then we'll have the Night at the Market, and I'll go into more details about that. And then on Saturday, which is America Recycles Day, our keynote will focus on resource management, and we will close at noon on Saturday. So very excited about everything that is planned. So let's first go over one of the most important things, right? And those who know me, the most important thing, what to wear, right? Okay, it is going to be chilly. It's going to be highs in the 50s, maybe going down in the 20s, although maybe, James, you're like hoping for a heat wave here. We never know what'll happen, but dress in layers. That's the message. Always bring layers, sweaters. Conferences are always up and down, right? We're warm and then we're cold. We're warm and then we're cold. So bring layers, but dress appropriately for outside. All of our events, we are providing transportation to, so you don't need to worry about that. But being like outside, I mean like walking a long distance when I say that. It is business casual. Dress your comfortability level. RCon t-shirts, as I said, if you want to get one, come to that Insiders Orientation on Wednesday, November 12th, 2:30 to 3:30. If you're going to go on a tour, make sure you have closed-toed shoes. As far as I know, most of the facilities are providing the PPE, but if you like to bring your own and show off where you're from and all of that, go ahead and bring it. And then if you're going to do the fun run and pickleball, we do suggest sneakers. I know some individuals within our SWANA community have had some pickleball injuries, so we do want safety first, even with pickleball. So we do highly recommend sneakers there as well. And I should note, because we forgot to put this in there, to make sure you bring your water bottle. It doesn't need to be the RCon water bottle, but of course I have that here. I have my other one here. The staff has theirs. We do have refillable stations all throughout, but make sure to bring your water bottle. So let's look a little bit here at the floor plan and what we have underway. So up here in the top left is the exhibit hall, the sold out exhibit hall. And you can see here we have like seating for lunch. SWANA Central, that's also where the US Plastic Pact will have their booth as well. In addition to the Ohio Buckeye chapter, will also have their booth there. You can see the pickleball court and the New Way Theater in the bottom right. And then this is all on the first floor. Registration is in room 160 AB. So that's really important. I can't really see it, but it's 160 AB. It's where the blue square is, where registration is. So you would be walking from the right down the hallway from the Hilton, Hyatt, Sonesta, and actually from the AC Hotel entrance if you were coming that way into the convention center, and then walk into 160 AB to get your badge. When we were thinking about what you need to know, that's often the hardest part. Where do I go to get my badge? And where is it? It is right in the main hallway. It's not like you have to go left, right. It's right down the main hallway, right there. Very easy access there. You can also see where some of the concurrent sessions are. It's right near registrations, right near where you get your badge there. On the second floor is where the general session will be. It's right up an escalator, really right from the exhibit hall. The exhibit hall, I should say, is Hall C, is where you enter into it. And you can see the concurrent sessions as well on there. So where to eat during RCon? This is a question that we have gotten a lot of. And we tried to simplify this as much as possible here. We are providing a lot of food. So if you are sending your staff, we have lunches included. There are heavy hors d'oeuvres included, which could be your dinner if you want to make that your dinner. And that is outlined here. So the opening reception in the exhibit hall is heavy hors d'oeuvres, the volunteer bash. If you move to Thursday, the SWANA Awards reception has heavy hors d'oeuvres. On Friday night, the night at the market, and that's the video playing in the upper right hand, everyone who attends will receive a voucher to get dinner. So it'll be a certain amount of money to go get what you want. That does not include beverages. We are taking care of beverages because we want to make sure you can try the local food of Ohio and within the North Market. So we're really excited about that. If you scan this QR code, this goes to more of the downtown spots of Columbus. There's some fantastic place to eat at. You might have seen some of our videos showcasing some Mexican food. We've also been to some pizza places and some other Italian restaurants the Ohio chapter took us to. So there's lots of options there. So let's go back to Cahoots, go back to your screen, go back to your, wherever you were on your phone, whatever that might be. And let's get that going. Second. Okay, here we go. So everyone ready? Here's again, who's in the leaderboard: Diana, Mac, Cal, Katie, Al. Let's see what the next question is. I think it's maybe something about food. Which popular science museum is Columbus known for hands-on exhibits and a giant pendulum? Ohio State Science Center, Center of Science and Industry, or the Museum of Innovation? Which one is it? I think it might be which one we're having an event at, but I don't know. It has a fun acronym. All right, we had 22 people participate this time, and it's the Center of Science and Industry, also known as COSI. I've been finally saying it correctly. And let's see. Oh, Mac has taken the lead over Diana, followed by Kel, Katie, and there comes James Prophet in 5th place. Okay, just one question this time. So I'm going to go back to the slides and let's see what's next here. So the So exhibit hall is sold out. We have 209 exhibit booths right now with 7 trucks on display. What's great about this year is we do have several municipalities with trucks on the floor. New Way Trucks is bringing several trucks, thank you. And Lancaster County, SWANA, is bringing a transfer trailer showcasing their battery campaign that they showcase to their community. So it's really great to have municipalities involved and to showcase what they are doing within their communities here. Don't forget to visit us at SWANA Central here in the middle. Again, that's where the Ohio Buckeye chapter will be, as well as the U.S. Plastic Pact. So let's explore the exhibit hall a little bit more. That is where the New Way Theater will be. We'll have catalyst sessions there, as well as technical sessions will be there. They will run Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when the exhibit hall is open. They'll be about 30 minutes, and we do have headsets for you when you're in the theater. So it's not like you're going to have to hear the speaker over like the hum of the expo hall. So we do encourage you to look at those when you're planning your schedule and make sure you add them to it. The Ohio EPA is also bringing their National Recycling Day art show to RCon. And that is going to be in aisle 800 of the expo hall. There's going to be between 10 and 20 different artworks made locally from recycled materials. And we're really excited about that. Every time there's a call and they show us a new piece of work that's come in, it's really exciting. So make sure to mark that you got to go down the 800 aisle to see the artwork that'll be on display there. We are also giving back to Columbus with the Community Give Back Project, thanks to CDM Smith. And we are going to be making Thanksgiving baskets that'll go to local food banks. And so on Thursday, we are going to have individuals, you can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes putting these baskets together with different food and whatnot in there. And then go on, but you'll be part of our Give Back project, and that is something that SWANA will be doing going forward, is giving back to the community where RCon is going to. In addition, we're going to have 12 poster presentations on the expo hall floor, and of course the pickleball tournament as well. So the poster presentations, they'll be up in the expo hall. And then at specific times here on the 13th and 14th, you can hear the person talk about their poster, their hypothesis, what they did, what they thought would work, what they thought didn't work, and hear more about it. You can visit the posters at any time. The expo hall is open, but if you want to hear from that individual about the project and their work, we encourage you to go from on these 2 days between 11:30 and 12:15. The roundtables are going to happen right outside the expo hall, and those are happening on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And there's going to be different topics that are facilitated, and you can go and sit down and talk to others about that topic. And it's really a way to get to hear what others are doing in that area. Maybe that's an area you want to explore more. Maybe that's an area that you're having challenges in, whatever that might be. Those set times will be in the agenda. I don't have those set times memorized, but that's important for you to check out. After those set times, the roundtables will be open, and they're going to have topics on the tables. And that is where you can just sit down and have a conversation. They won't have a facilitator. There won't be someone gathering there. But we want the opportunity for people to, maybe sit with municipalities from a rural area, or maybe, I'm dealing with these challenges with my MRF, and be able to find that topic and bring people together and sit at those tables. So that is right outside the exhibit hall. And we're still looking for sponsors for the roundtable. So if you're interested, let me know. Here is right now our array of keynote speakers. Our 4 keynote topics are going to focus on safety beginning on Wednesday. We're going to kick off with safety, and then we're going to talk about extended producer responsibility on Thursday, EPR. And then on Friday, we're going to focus on the innovations in the industry. And then on Saturday, with it being America's Recycle Day, we're going to focus on resource management. So a wide range of topics we're going to cover, and you can see the speakers here. Maybe you can line them up where they're speaking, but we're really excited about who's coming, and we're still working on some more to confirm, but it is a wide range of individuals coming to share their expertise, so you don't want to miss out on the keynotes. For those of you that are exhibiting and sponsoring, make sure you come to the keynote sessions, make sure you go to the concurrent sessions. Everything is open to you. It's not just the exhibit hall. So we want you to come and hear the keynotes. There's also going to be messages about SWANA and what's happening in the industry. And it's really important that you're attending these events too. Trainings. We have 3 trainings that are happening. And what you need to know is that all of these trainings include a tour. They come with the tour. You don't need to pay additional for the tour. If you have signed up for a training and a tour, let us know. We'll correct that. We will fix that for you. Some of these are virtual learning that'll happen after, and the registration is open until RCon happens. So let's talk about these trainings and what are these trainings that are happening. 2 of the hybrid ones. Hybrid means some will happen virtually, some will happen in person. In person, part of these will happen first is MOLO. And MOLO stands for the Manager of Landfill Operations. That'll be about 10 hours done in person, and then the remainder will be done virtually after RCon. You will also receive a tour of SWACO's landfill, the Franklin County landfill, as well as part of that. The other hybrid course is the Landfill Gas Systems Operations and Maintenance. And that'll be about the same, about 10 hours happening in person with the rest happening virtually after RCon. And with that one as well, it does also go to the Franklin County landfill with the SWACO tour there. So check those out. If you want to learn more about PFAS, we strongly encourage you to take the Essential Leachate PFAS Treatment and Management Training for Landfill Professionals course. That is 8 hours, and that'll be split between 2 days. We're splitting it between 2 days so you can maximize your time at RCon and not be fully in one day, all in the training. And that includes the tour at Revive Environmental, and that is a PFAS treatment. So these trainings are all still open. They're open to November 11th. There's still time to register people. There's still room at the Sonesta Hotel. I mean, why not do this? You got to send your people here. So let's go back to trivia time. Get your Kahoot back up, whether that's on your phone, whether that is on your screen. Let's get it back up. I can go back to the screen here. And all right, James Prophet had risen up to the leaderboard. Let's see what happens next here. Columbus is home to which major university famous for its Buckeye football team? Ohio University, Ohio State University, the University of Columbus, State College of Ohio. I feel like the is missing from this. Everyone's nodding. So is this really correct? Ohio State University should be amended to the Ohio State University. I'm glad 30 of you correctly guessed that right. Let's see who took that over. All right, Mac is still in the lead, followed by Kel, Diana, Katie, and Maria came up into that 5th place spot. All right, let's go back to our presentation here. Here's the tours. I mentioned some of these already with the training. In addition to the SWACO and Revive Environmental, we are touring Rumpke's MRF. Here, this is a picture of Rumpke's MRF. Actually, this is Jeff Schneider here in the picture. You can see some of it. We strongly encourage you to come check this out. We also had the Columbus Zoo, which is sold out right now, as well as the Ohio State University Stadium Tour. That is sold out right now. Email us if you're interested. We'll see what we can do if any spots do open. And then we will be opening soon the Greater Columbus Convention Center tour. So you can see the behind the scenes of the convention center where our event is at. Really awesome sustainability. Melissa Place on our team, Director of Meetings and Events, has had so much fun working with the convention center because of their sustainability efforts. And we've also been working with SWANA, who is a sponsor of ours, really to hit this home to make sure we're delivering in this aspect. So it's about a 30-minute tour. We encourage you to do it. You can sign up, something to check out and see what goes on in terms of our event being there and our footprint. So something neat to see. All right, pickleball. I know that's what you're waiting for. Scan this QR code. No excuses for anybody not to sign up for this, because this year we are going to have both experienced and beginner brackets if there are enough people from the beginner levels to sign up. Last year, myself and my partner, Lindsay Bear, the current vice president of SWANA, were the only newbies in the bracket. And we want some other newbies to play. So we are creating 2 brackets so everyone can play and not feel like I'm not going to play because, you know, people know how to play. So anyways, sign up, scan this QR code. This is all happening during the exhibit hall hours. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all levels are welcome. If you want to just try pickleball and not be in the tournament, try it out. It's a lot of fun, and this is your opportunity to do it. You don't need anything. We can give you the pickleball racket and all of that stuff. It's all there on site. Try it out. Stop by and see what it is. If then you want to be like, I'm going to be in the tournament, cool. Check it out. The tournament will be Friday afternoon before the exhibit hall closes that afternoon. So additional fun, we did mention the Talking Trash Trivia. You don't need to sign up for that. Or do we? Am I wrong? We haven't done sign up for that. We did do sign up for that. Okay, sign up for Talking Trash Trivia, go back into your profile and the fun run. So we do have a number of, you know, who's going to be there. That's really important for numbers. It's going to be fun. And there's prizes for Talking Trash Trivia, and we'll make a prize for the fun run, right, Kristen? Kristen's working on the fun run and what that looks like there. Okay, let's go back to Kahoot. Everybody pull it up. I'll give you time to flip back over to that before I hit next on the question. All right, here we go. What famous ice cream shop started in Columbus is known for creative flavors like Brambleberry Crisp and Opaque, Ben & Jerry's, Jenny's, Ice Cream Jubilee, Haagen-Dazs? If you saw our video that James Fort and I made, you may know. I think the Ohio chapter certainly knows, and some others know as well. It was certainly delicious. We did declare it the best ever in our video. We're sticking to it. It is Jenny's. 23 of you got that right. Let's see who is in the lead after that. Almost stayed the same. We got Matt, Cal, Katie moved up, Diana, and Maria. All right, this is getting serious here. Quite a competition. All right, let's go into a bit more details. On Wednesday, after the opening of the exhibit hall, we have the Volunteer Appreciation Bash. Everyone is invited to this. So what does a volunteer mean? A volunteer is someone who has given back to SWANA. So those are chapter leaders, leaders of our technical divisions, leaders who are part of our committees. If you've spoken for SWANA, if you have written an article for us, all of these things are really volunteers. Now, you may know someone who hasn't volunteered yet, but they would like to. They can come too. When they come, we're going to give them a card with the QR code for opportunities for how they can volunteer going forward. So please come to this. This is at COSI. This is the question you answered earlier. And you can see that SWACO has an exhibit there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we encourage you to attend. The award celebration is the next night. As I said, we're going to recognize 22 award recipients there. And we're really excited about that, to have one night where we're celebrating the industry And so please RSVP for that if you are interested. We are very close to capacity and we would like to get some numbers related to that event. Back to trivia. It says, let there be pizza. I'm curious about this one and what this question is going to be. I'm going to hit next. What is the name of the historic public market in downtown Columbus, famous for its food vendors and local goods? We already talked about this one. We should get this. City Market, Short North, or North Market? It was the video that played in the top right. I can't wait to get there. Is there even a hint in this picture there? James had a delicious cheesesteak when he was there. Melissa had crepes. Jenny's ice cream is there too. It is North Market. All right, 27 people got that right. Let's look at the scoreboard. Ooh, we got Kel, Katie, Diana, Maria, and then James Prophet back up to 5th place. All right. So here it is, Night at the Market. It's going to be a really fun event. As I said, we're giving out vouchers for food. We're taking care of the beverages. There's some other surprises I can't mention because that's one of our things, surprise and delight. But that is Friday night, November 14th, and that is open to everyone. We are trying to get some RSVPs just so we know numbers. So if you can go in and add that to your registration, we'd appreciate it, but no charge at all for that. We already talked about the Ohio EPA Recycled Art Show, so I'm going to keep going, but here's some of the ones in the past that they've had. All right, so we really need you to stay up to date during RCon, and we're going to have a mobile app. Brand new mobile app for us. It integrates with our current database, so it'll be the same login you use to register for RCon, for your mobile, for your profile, all of this stuff, which is really great. There's going to be some gamification because as you can see, we like some games and some prizes associated with that as well. It's going to be interactive so you can keep building your community, your network. That is really important, and you can build your own schedule within it. That's going to launch soon. We don't have a date yet. We're putting that finalization together, but we're close and we'll make sure we'll get that out. I know many of you do chapter events and you have the mobile apps, so keep an eye out for what that looks like. All right, we're made it to the end, the last question. So we're going to award the top 3 prizes here. So let me get over to my Kahoot. You all get over to your Kahoot. Is everybody ready? You got to blow on your hands if you have sweaty palms. Remember, quickest answer. Let's see what happens. Columbus is within a day's drive of what percentage of the U.S. population? Nearly half, nearly 10%, nearly 1/4, nearly 75%. What do we think? Few seconds left. We hope we get a lot of people driving to RCon. It's nearly half are within driving distance. That's a fun fact, isn't it? So we need to make sure, and I know the Ohio Buckeye chapter with James Prophet and the team there is really working hard to get people within the driving distance, but any of the chapters around there, please help us push the word out about RCon. Nearly half. All right, drum roll. I guess we needed a drum roll, but we'll pretend there's a drum roll there. Let's see who is getting some restaurant gift cards. 3rd place is Katie. Congratulations, Katie. 2nd place is Maria. And 1st place goes to Kel. So if you can, I guess, direct message Melissa Place on staff with your full name and email, Kelly will get a $50 gift card to a restaurant, and Maria and Katie will get $25. Melissa's holding it up right there. Yes, yes. So thank you for playing along with us. We really do appreciate it. So we've got about 9 minutes left. Let's see what's next on our slides here. All right. So we mentioned the insider's orientation. You're here today. What is going to be different about the insider's orientation? Well, we're going to be in person. We're going to get to know each other. There's going to be some icebreakers. If your staff is going and maybe they've never been to an event before, a conference before, they need to get to know people. There's going to be a lot of that. This is happening at the beginning of the conference, and meeting people at the beginning of the conference is key. They usually see them throughout. Part of this will be going to the general session after, because it is right after. We're going to kind of lead the group from the insiders orientation over to the general session together, which is really key. Also, like, we don't have the mobile app ready today. We're going to go over the mobile app and how to use that and build your schedule. We're going to go over some other tips, and we're always adding new things. If you realize, there's a ton of new things always popping up. So this will be the most up-to-date information about what is happening at RCon. So here it is, November 12th, 2:30 to 3:30, room 170 and 171. And this is where you can get your RCon t-shirt. If you don't have one, your staff doesn't have one, we will be giving them out there as well. It's really important that you stay connected with us on social media. This is the quickest way for us to get out information. On LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube has a bunch of the videos actually that we talked about in terms of Jenny's, the North Market. There's even a video of the artwork within the convention center. If you love to go to museums, the Greater Columbus Convention Center is a museum within itself with all the artwork that it's curated within it. Spend some time looking at that. We're on Instagram and X as well. If you can help us push out the word that you're attending and you're excited about RCon, what your R word is, all that stuff, scan this QR code. We have templates. We've tried to make it as easy as possible for you here. There's even icons for you to post. If you didn't want to post a picture of yourself with your R word sign, you can post one of these images. These are all included in the toolkit. I'm attending, I'm exhibiting, I'm speaking, I'm a proud sponsor. Post all these up, share it that you're going to be there. That's really important going forward. So this is an experience like no other, RCon, and that is really important. None of us have been here before. We're excited. We're excited about what this is going to roll out and be. We hope you all are excited about that too, going forward. We want to say thank you for being part of the first RCon, taking the step with us. Many of you have been part of our feedback, our ideas, our insights, and all of that. So we also want to thank you for that as well. We look forward to hearing what adventure you built throughout RCon and how you took advantage of the time and what you made the most of it. Maybe some of you are going to do all the tours because you just love to see the local and the facilities and all of that with it. So as always, I like to end. We can't wait to see you. You can connect with me at any time. I'm always here. I want to hear how your RCon experience was so that we can build the next one in many years to come. So thank you for your time today. We look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you so much.